We're ready to go. All right. Welcome back to Victoria 3. Um, so we're still going on our Korea playthrough as of the recording of this one, but I just wanted to take a chance to get started on another country as well while we're doing that, because I feel like we've learned some things, we've grown as people and as world leaders. I don't want to keep figuring this game out. Like I said in the very first video before this disaster we had, it'll take like 4,000 hours before I actually understand this game. I'm sure some of you might be able to figure out the game a little bit faster than me, but I'm a remedial learner. I'm what we in the teaching biz refer to as a tier 3 student. So it's going to take some teaching and reteaching before I ever get it. I've been thinking that I really want to give New Granada a try. I assume there must be a way to restore Gran Colombia. Because, yeah, 1830, it's 1836, so Simón Bolívar just died. This just dissolved into separate nations. There must be, if it's in Hoi 4, right, restoring Gran Colombia, then it must be in Victoria 3. It stands alone and divided between its liberal and conservative factions. Will Colombia achieve greatness once more? I'm gonna be honest. I'm an optimist. I want to say yes, it will. But with me taking the helm, who knows? New Granada, here we go. Let's check out what we got. So intensive agriculture, if I remember to actually activate the effects that we get from that, it's a good one. It works for us. Our taxes are middling, and we're in the positive, so I'll leave that there for now. Let's check out what buildings we have. We have a textile mill, 2 furniture factories, 2 urban centers, 3 government admins, and 11 trade centers. Our population. We are only 53% peasants. We have 21% laborers. But looks like we got some no-no laws going on here that we might need to figure out in the near future. But I like our peasant ratio to start out with. We do have a population of 1.61 million, which is a decent amount. We're dealing with many fewer people than we are over there in Korea, so I have a feeling we might be able to better uplift this size of population. Man, you don't even have a shirt. Ooh, it's gonna be a struggle. You are struggling, man. Let's find these people shirts. Okay, let's go to our politics and see what our government's like. So the middle class and the armed forces, it looks like, is who's in power. That should be better than having the landowners in power. We've learned that that's not a fun thing. Let's see if we can reform government in any way that might help us develop. Doesn't look like it. If we put the Conservative Party in power, we'll have much higher legitimacy, but I'm willing to bet that will also prevent us from a lot of laws. So let's go ahead and bolster the intelligentsia, because we'll want them in power eventually. Let's bolster the industrialists, because we'll want them in power eventually. No colonial affairs, racial segregation, national... Okay, we'd like to move farther down this direction, but we cannot for now. A National Guard might be necessary if we can't do anything. Okay, wealth voting is pretty progressive for this time. A presidential republic, I'm happy with. Yeah, we can't really do much in the way of laws. So it's 100% migration attraction to unincorporated states. Costs more bureaucracy. We don't want to worry about this because we're not going to start any colonies for now, and we don't have the bureaucracy to spare. All right, I feel like I'm learning things. I feel like it. I know I'm not, but you know, again, thought that counts, right? It's like gift giving and Vicky 3, same thing. Thought that counts. Let's see what we could build. Livestock ranch, maize farm, rice farm, banana plantation, coffee plantation. Ooh, we could make some dyes. We could eventually start making some luxury clothes with some dyes and exporting those, I think, might be a route to profit. So none of these show that they'd make any profit to begin with. I don't want to build any construction sectors because I'd like to not run through our balance too quickly. I think we need to start with a government administration. Where's our capital? It's right here, isn't it? I'm terrible with these tabs. Okay, yeah, Bogota's right here. So let's worry about... Hold on, our taxation capacity is fine here. Is it not fine somewhere else? No, our population is really spread out, so it's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and build a government admin in our capital. That should help out. Road maintenance here, because we're probably going to be building a lot there. Where's our agriculture, I wonder? Buildings. Rural. Our maize farms are where? Okay. Our rice farm. Okay, I'm thinking over here is probably going to be our farming area, and we're probably going to do a lot of logging over here. That's my assumption. So let's go back to decrees. And let's encourage agriculture. Should we? I guess. Yeah, up here. That's what we got the room for. We can declare an interest. I guess here, because we're going to want to take back Ecuador eventually. Is there any kind of restoring Gran Colombia? Potential journal entries, it doesn't even list it here. I would really love for that to be a thing. Okay, it doesn't look like it's a thing in the game, which is really disappointing. Because you would assume that of all the formable nations, that would be a kind of gimme, right? That it's splintered, then that we can reunify it would be a fun thing to do. Okay, so we're building the government admin. Rice gives more grain than maize. But we can only build it here. Okay, that makes sense. And I imagine our population there is not as much, is it? 128? Yeah. 500,000 and 250,000. Notably, we do have Panama, which hopefully we can hang on to. Because I imagine if we have the Panama Canal in our country one day, that would be a pretty big good. I assume it must help us economically to have the Panama Canal. There's got to be like tolls and stuff to pass through there. If we fought Venezuela, there'd be lots of people that would want to do something about that. Let's be friends with Brazil. Let's be friends with the UK. Who else would fight if we... France. Okay, Brazil, Great Britain, France. Well, it makes sense. They're right here. But Netherlands, we might actually be able to be friends with some of these guys if we just improve relations with them all. What else should we build? I'm thinking we should build some livestock ranches. And that's what we got for now. Let's see how that affects our economy. Or rather, our budget. Our economy's starting at 1.6, 1.7 million GDP. We have pretty high GDP per capita, which makes sense when we have all this land. It should be productive in some way. Okay, we're making money while producing things, so let's knock that down and keep everybody happy. Okay. This is a potential play, I think. Because right now we can't do anything with our laws, but if we put the intelligentsia and the conservatives in power, we might actually be able to pass a law. Might. Ooh, it's gonna be a while before we can get some suffrage, I think. Charity hospitals. Okay, this would be good for our education. We need education. We could try and ban slavery, but that doesn't look likely because of the landowners, which we just put in power. So smart choice us. Again, not likely. The things I want to do, just not likely. Okay, what law? Let's go ahead and use our bureaucracy. Let's find a law that'd be good, but might use some bureaucracy. This will use 16, and we actually have a chance of enacting it, and it'll be good to have charity hospitals, because it'll increase our population. Well, not increase our population, but keep our population from further decreasing. And since we did that, I want to go ahead and add another government admin onto our little wish list. Let's speed it up and get these things built. I know I'm so used to during this Korea playthrough that we're doing, having so much construction. But I guess it's better to be making progress, but not, destroying our budget. Let's lower taxes, work through this this surplus we have. 100,000 in reserves. Okay, it looks like we started with some trade routes that weren't really useful. Let's see. They wouldn't be happy with us if we did that. Farmers deserve credit. What's going on? Oh, did we accidentally... Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, looks like we're going to war. Let's hope we can win it. we're gonna end up doing that. What's our military look like? Do we even have it? We don't have a general. A brave explorer, surveyor, but he's arrogant. Who has more power? Armed forces, the Catholic Church. I think the armed forces will be better for us. So I guess we'll let him be the guy. Okay, we can just flat out have more prestige. I think we have to take that with how unprestigious we are. They have the UK. And we're going to pay them more reps. That's how that's going to go. So, costly misclick there. We have an election coming up. Okay, the Conservative Party looks like they might take control. And by might, I mean will. I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot there because we put them in power. And now they super duper want to be in power. But maybe, I'm slowly starting to understand this game a little bit better. Maybe that's good, because when they're in power, we can do a lot more to make the people not like them. What do they need? We don't have artillery, that's why they're upset. Okay. And we can't really get it, because our trade route didn't work with the US to get artillery. What do we got here? Eloy de Herrera of the Catholic Church has been seen preaching in favor of the Conservative Party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plans. Okay. Gives them political strength. No, that's the opposite of what we want. The nation is not ruled by God, then. It just makes him less popular. Or we can support the Patriotic Party. They're not the best, but they're better. If I had a nickel. What do we got here? Rousing speech captivates the public. This afternoon, Eloy de Herrera, leader of the Catholic Church, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of charity hospitals. Helps the enactment. Yeah, we don't want to support those guys because they're part of the Conservative Party that will probably keep us from doing anything. But they are elected now. Let's reform the government. Let's oust the... Okay, yeah. The Patriotic Party is out. It'll make us more legitimate, which I guess could be good. Everybody's really happy over here, so we're getting bonuses from all of these parties. Just fantastic. Intelligentsia, not super happy, but they're not super upset because they're part of the government. Patriotic Party just wasn't doing anything for us, so we'd rather them be in power, but you know, so sorry. We need to get these charity hospitals done. Ooh, computer's making really good sounds right now. Sounds like it's on the struggle bus, but you know, we're gonna keep playing. And when it lights on fire, we're just gonna play through it. If this video ends very abruptly, then you know what happened. All right, we built that. Okay, we got the bureaucracy now. Fantastic. So livestock ranches should be done. I was going to say pretty soon, but 58 weeks is not necessarily soon. What do we got to do for this? Build an arts academy. Have traditional art. Build 2 arts academies. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to get around to that. We do not necessarily have the paper for that. I say necessarily as if there's any paper. There's no paper. To do art, you gotta have something to do the art on, guys. And we don't got nothing to do the art on. I mean, unless you want to just, you know, carve things in trees. But I don't know what you really carve in a tree other than, like, Dave and Lucy forever, you know? Yeah, we've got an unhealthy economy, but we're keeping people happy right now. Because we can run a deficit when we got a bunch of cash reserves. So it's MBD, yo. We'll knock it up. Like your mother. Here when we need to, but for now we don't need to. I don't know what the your mother thing was just about. I apologize deeply and sincerely to all of you. Okay. I'm thinking, with our tax base not being terrible, with having most of the things that we need, what we might go for is just building up some barracks. What we might do next is build maybe 2 arms industries so we can build some arms, small arms and artillery for our military, and then try and diplomacy our way into nobody messing with us while we go into Venezuela and Ecuador. I think is the plan. We might let Ecuador keep those islands, because I'm not sure how otherwise we're going to get them. I mean, it'd be nice to have all the turtles and stuff, but we might, yeah, just let Ecuador live with its turtles out there on the islands. Or tortoise. Is there a difference? I guess tortoise. What's the plural of tortoise? Tortoises? Tortoises? Torti? Apparently, octopus. It's acceptable to say octopuses now, which I'm not okay with. There's a lot of words that I am okay with, but octopuses, octopuses, not one of the words I'm okay with. Okay, we've built our ranches. We're all ranched up. Oh. Can we do anything about that yet? We got the charity hospitals. We got the charity hospitals. Can we do anything about that? Maybe go to this. How does this affect us? They just want to move back here. And landowners really want that. We gotta try. It should hurt the landowner's power if we can get it. And we just don't want it to exist. Okay. Brazil, this is just not working, so we're gonna give up on being your friend. What do we need in society? That could increase our minting. Mass communication would increase our authority. Let's do that, because minting will increase our income. What buildings do we need? Okay, let's look at our industry. Because this uses hardwood and iron. Do we produce iron? We do not. Let's build iron. Then let's build 2 arms factories. Let's look at our buildings. Let's use soil-enriched farms. Let's use intensive grazing ranch. Okay. Good. Our GDP should be going up. And it is. We started at like 1.6 and we're at 2 million now. So we've grown our GDP considerably. I don't think this really counts when we've got slavery. The standard of living, when a good portion of your population doesn't have any standard of living, just not a very meaningful metric, right? I think we might just ignore this province because it's part of a state that we don't own. Yeah, it's not even incorporated. That's 12,000. Yeah, ignoring. Ooh, but that would be good. We need hardwood, don't we? Okay, so we can... That's what we'll do. Because we need wood. We'll just produce regular wood here. We'll produce hardwood here. With whatever population exists here. And that'll be it. Government admin is almost done. We might want to build another building here to up our urban center size to 2. Because I'm thinking urban center is something we've been underrating. That services don't come from anywhere else, it doesn't seem. And services are a very good thing for the economy. Because they just use 5 wood for 25 services. And that's a big difference in the cost, the input and the output. Wages, wood, lots of stuff comes out of that. We banned slavery. Fantastic. This is I did not expect this to happen, but I am very happy now that we did that. Intelligentsia is super happy. It looks like from that, and the trade unions, which are marginalized and basically nothing, are super happy because of that. No human being may be owned by another. And on that note, I think we're going to put a cut in here and continue on next time. We're going to finish off that government admin, build up our arms industry, and start plotting the demise of our neighbors. Well, not demise, just integration. Just forceful, but ultimately benevolent integration. Because we don't have slavery. We're good guys. Alright, take care. See you guys next time. Bye!